everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Tamara, and today's gonna be a quick video on ways you can spend more time with God. So this video is not necessarily for a specific group of Christians. It doesn't matter if you're a baby Christian or someone who's deeply rooted in their faith. This is more so me pretty much giving you guys ideas to help deepen your relationship with God. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So our first idea is just simply going on a prayer walk. So my first time doing a prayer walk, I was actually on campus at my school, and I did it with 2 other people. And it was actually really nice. It was really fun. It was different, honestly. And I find it also to be a great way to get some exercise in while spending time with God. So if you decide to do this by yourself, I recommend walking through like a park or a garden, or even you can go on a college campus if you want, but somewhere where you can enjoy the beauty of God's creations. Because there was one time I was walking to class and I forgot my headphones in my dorm, but it was a beautiful morning. Like the sun was out and everything. It wasn't too hot, it wasn't too cold, but I was just looking at all the trees and animals and stuff, and I was just thinking to myself the whole time, like, God's creations are so beautiful, and it was so nice to be able to take that all in. And if I was listening to music or like on my phone or anything, I would not have paid attention to all that. So I recommend making this like a no tech time. Don't listen to music, don't be on your phone, just really take in the beauty of God's creation. Now you can choose to walk anywhere, honestly, especially if you don't have access to like a park or a garden or anything. You can walk like downtown. You can even walk in your neighborhood. But some prayer ideas, you could be praying over anything and everyone that you see. You pretty much just pray over anything that comes to mind, and you can just thank him for all the beautiful creations that he's made. So number 2 is just simply journaling. I personally don't really have a schedule when it comes to journaling, but I do every now and then just take like 15 to 20 minutes out of the night and just, I guess, pretty much write down anything that comes to mind. But when I write in my journal, I kind of write like a letter to God, if that makes sense. These are times where I vent to him. These are times I ask for forgiveness. These are times where I just thank him for everything he's just brought me through. And I find this to be really helpful if you're like anxious, frustrated, or like stressed or anything. I also left a few journal prompt ideas on my shorts for this YouTube channel. So if you need any ideas, please check that out. I'll be dropping some more journal prompt ideas as well. Number 3 is something I have not done lately, only because it does take up time, but a power hour. I personally haven't had too much time on my hands to be able to do this lately. However, what this basically is, you're just taking an hour out of your day, even if you want to break it up, even if you want to do like 30 minutes in the morning or 30 minutes in the afternoon or whatever. I pretty much do an hour straight, but pretty much what it is just you taking an hour out your day to do praise and worship. You could listen to sermons, you could journal, you could read the Bible, but you're doing this for like an hour. I would do it for an hour straight. But really the main thing is you're just mostly time blocking and not just listening to like, oh, 1 or 2, nothing's wrong with it, of course, but not just listening to like, oh, 1 or 2 worship songs. Like, you're actually intentionally taking the time out to do these things. The next one I started doing recently is Bible study with my friends. And if you're a lot like me, I don't know the Bible like the back of my hand like other people do. So pretty much I just go to ChatGPT and say, hey, give me some books in like the Old Testament or the New Testament of the Bible that we could do a Bible study on. And from there you can also ask ChatGPT to generate a whole bunch of discussion questions that you guys can talk over. You can do Bible study by yourself, but I honestly recommend you do it with friends or family, only because it's nice being able to hear from other people's perspectives and learn new things. Another one I started to do often is praying while driving. Obviously I don't bow my head and close my eyes while I'm driving, but because my mornings can be like very rushed, I just find that praying while I'm driving helps out a lot. I pretty much just do this while I'm on my way to work. And usually what my prayers look like, I pray over my job, pray that I have a good day, nothing but positivity. Depending on if I'm going into the daycare or if I'm working with my dementia patients that day, I either pray for the kids at the daycare, pray for my coworkers, I pray over my patients, just depending on what's going on that day. You can do this anytime while you're driving. It doesn't necessarily have to be like when you're going to work or going home. You can do this anytime. Just talk to God in your car while you're driving. And last but not least, my favorite, the prayer bucket. So I got this idea from one of my old neighbors. But pretty much she wrote a whole bunch of people's names on a popsicle stick. Hey Bryson. And you add it to this bucket, and it doesn't necessarily have to be every night or whatever, just whenever you find the time to do it. Draw out like 4 or 5 names and pray over those people. And I encourage you to include any friends, any family members, co-workers, even exes and old friends. Feel like a random person you met at a grocery store. Just throw their name in there. But I do have one rule. Once you put a name in there, no matter what has happened, you are not allowed to take their names out of that bucket, because that would not be very Christian of you. I mean, there are names I have in there that I look at, I'm like, But you know what? As a Christian, you gotta pray over them. But I hope you enjoyed this quick little video, and I hope you were able to find some ways to build your relationship with God. Please let me know down in the comments if you find some of these ideas helpful. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!
I'm in London, I like to go and shop at the mall, shop at the Prada, shop at the store, shop in the tropics, stop